Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United could be taken off the sales market by the Glazers, with the Glazers considering a scheme to cash in on the fan base. The Glazers have been demanding 6 billion to sell Manchester United. In November last year, the Glazers announced that the club was up for sale, and since then, Man United have had a lot of interest. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for 18 years. They purchased the club for around 790 million back in 2005. Now I'm hearing Qataris will walk away from a bid to buy Man United if the price is not right. Qatar have flown to Manchester for talks. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been interested in buying the club for quite some time. And two others recently entered the race, so there's been 4 bidders. So that's the news on that. Now, as you all know, tonight Manchester United play Real Betis at Old Trafford in the Europa League round of 16 first leg. It has been confirmed that Marcel Sabitzer will be missing the game because he picked up a knock. Martial recently returned to first team training, but this game has come too soon for him, so he won't be available. As you all know, Martial has been hampered with injuries this season. Eriksen is still out. He's out until April or early May with an ankle injury. It's mentioned that Casemiro could miss this game in the first leg. He picked up a slight injury against Liverpool, and he's one booking away from a European suspension. Revert back to February. Casemiro got a 3-match ban in the league. Victor Lindelof has been out with a knock. He missed the 7-0 humiliation at Anfield. Donny van der Beek, he's out for the rest of the season. Wouldn't start anyway. No, Van der Beek is a squad player. Manchester United got to the last 16 of the Europa League by beating Barcelona in the round of 32. It was 4-3 on aggregate. Manchester United beat Barcelona 2-1 in the second leg at Old Trafford. It was 2-2 at the Nou Camp in the first leg. You know, I said Man United have got a good chance of winning the Europa League. These good teams in it still. The last time Man United won the Europa League was under Jose Mourinho back in 2017. You know, I am expecting Manchester United to bounce back from that 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool. You know, I think that game against Liverpool was just a blip. Like I've mentioned on my recent videos, Man United have had quite a few setbacks this season and recovered well. You know, we had the 6-3 thrashing by Man City at the Etihad. We recovered well from that. We had the 4-0 defeat to Brentford on the second game of the season. You know, we recovered well from that. We had the 3-1 loss to Aston Villa. You know, heavy defeats do happen. You know, like Gary Neville mentioned, you know, it was a freak result. After the 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool, Erik ten Hag accused Man United of being unprofessional. and he said we lost our heads. Was it on Monday? The Man United squad reported early for training to meet Eric Ten Hag after that 7-0 thrashing by Liverpool, and Eric Ten Hag has warned the players that if that happens again, they will go into the under-21s. So I respect Eric Ten Hag for being very ruthless. But yeah, I am expecting Manchester United to beat Real Betis. Like I've mentioned, Real Betis are not a good team, but they're not a bad team either, so they're average. Real Betis, drew their last game against Real Madrid, 0-0. Manchester United did lose to Real Betis in a friendly last year, though, 1-0. The Real Betis manager is Manuel Pellegrini. Manuel Pellegrini has been the Real Betis manager for over 2 years. He got appointed in as the Real Betis manager back in August 2020. He's under contract to Real Betis until 2025. Manuel Pellegrini, don't forget, has managed quite a lot of clubs in his managerial career. Pellegrini's managed in the Premier League before. He managed West Ham. He managed Man City. He won the title when he was Man City manager. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League. There's other clubs as well. There's likes of Villarreal he's managed, Real Madrid, Malaga, River Plate. So there you go. And there's other clubs as well. Players Real Betis have got. Obviously, they've got Willian Jose, who I think they got from Real Sociedad. Sergi Canales. Sergi Canales is available for this game. He's just recovered from injury. Luis Henrique is an attacking player for Real Betis. Rodri. Juan Cruz. He's been out with a hamstring injury. Perez, Real Betis have him on loan from Leicester. William Carvalho. Nabil Fekir. Nabil Fekir won't be playing any part in this game. He's out until early September with injury. So they are quite a few of the players that Real Betis do have. But Eric Ten Hag, as you all know, I still back Eric Ten Hag as Man United manager despite that 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool. One terrible result, will not change my perception on the manager. So Man United must trust Eric Ten Hag, but the question is, can he trust his players? Eric Ten Hag is the right man for Man United. You can see the progress he's made this season. Won us the Carabao Cup. That was his first trophy as Man United manager. And it was Man United's first trophy in 6 years. Got us to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, where we'll be playing Fulham. Got us to the last 16 of the Europa League. And got us up to third in the league. If Ten Hag can get another trophy on the board this season, and he can get us a top 4 finish, then that is a successful season. This has been Eric Ten Hag's first season as Manchester United manager. He's certainly our best manager since Ferguson. Eric Ten Hag, he's like 11 months into his reign as Man United manager. He's under contract with Man United till 2025. Eric Ten Hag was the one that replaced Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag a while ago got named Premier League Manager of the Month. And Ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren in. As you all know, in the summer, Ten Hag is looking to bring some more players in. He's looking to bring a central striker in and a central midfielder. Now, obviously, Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen are targets. They'll cost a substantial amount of money. Now, it recently said that Man United confident of signing Harry Kane in the summer if Tottenham finish outside of the top four. Tottenham could lower their 100 million price tag for Kane if Tottenham fail to secure Champions League football for next season. I'd love Harry Kane to come to Manchester United because he will guarantee us at least 20 goals a season. And plus, he's well proven in the Premier League. He's regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. Harry Kane has been at Tottenham for 19 years. He joined their youth set-up in 2004. And he broke into their senior squad in 2009. And in the Premier League for Tottenham, he's gone to make, 305 appearances and scored 201 goals. Kane scored his 200th goal for Tottenham in Tottenham's 1-0 win against Manchester City. Harry Kane is under contract with Tottenham till 2024. He earns £200,000 a week. Kane's won the Golden Boot quite a few times before. He's had loan spells with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. And as you all know, Man United have done transfer business with Tottenham before. A lot of years ago, got Dimitar Berbatov and Michael Carrick off them. As you all know, it's hard to do transfer business with Tottenham because Daniel Levy is very ruthless when it comes to transfers. And Victor Osimhen says he dreams of playing in the Premier League. Chelsea have been in for Victor Osimhen. Not so long ago, Man United revived their interest in Frenkie de Jong. He said he's eager to play alongside Casemiro in the midfield. Ben Jacobs has come out and said that Man United have held talks with Brighton over possibly signing Alexis McAllister. Fabrizio Romano has mentioned that Brighton won't be allowed to sell Alexis McAllister for less than €60 million. Alexis McAllister has been at Brighton since 2019. Brighton got him from Boca Juniors. Don't forget, before he had loan spells with Argentinos Juniors. Alexis McAllister, when he officially signed for Brighton, he signed like a 4.5-year contract. Brighton have lost good players. They lost Ben White to Arsenal. They lost Leandro Trossard to Arsenal. So, Arsenal have done good transfer business with Brighton. They lost Daniel Byrne to Newcastle. They lost Neil Maupay to Everton. They lost Mark Cucurella to Chelsea. So there are quite a few of the players Brighton have lost. But in the summer, Ten Hag will be selling players. He's put around 6 or 7 players up for sale to fund summer spending. I reckon at least 6 players are going to leave Man United in the summer. Like I've said, I can see Maguire leaving. He's been put up for sale. It said Maguire will lose Man United 40 million if he leaves in the summer as expected. Tellez, he's expected to leave permanently. He's out on loan with Sevilla at the moment. Baye's expected to leave permanently. He's out on loan with Marseille. I think Ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. He's out on loan with Nottingham Forest. I think he could get rid of Wan-Bissaka. He'll get rid of Phil Jones. May get rid of Lindelof because Lindelof's not first choice. He hasn't been with our first choice centre-half since the arrival of Varane. McTominay, I think, will leave in the summer because Man United are willing to listen to offers for him. Towards the end of last year, it said Ten Hag decided to sell Fred. But with how much Fred has improved, I think he could stay in the summer and leave next year. Fred still plays a lot of games despite the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Martial, I think he will leave in the summer if Man United get a striker. Martial's being put up for sale. Tom Eaton, he's another one. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update with. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless.